He asks, who has higher fertility, the group or individually selected people in the UK and USA? Well, based on a Swedish study, it's K-strategy that predicts fertility, in Sweden at least, and probably in the UK and the USA too. Since K-strategy is associated with group selectedness, I imagine it's something closer to group selection which predicts fertility. And it's our strategy, which is much more individualistic, which predicts low fertility. So we would say it's people that are more group selected that are breeding on that indicator.
I don't think so. I think that the high K-strategy morph that is being selected for is actually particularly individually selected.
What about the religiousness predicting fertility? And they're group selected, aren't they?
Well, actually, I've had a long discussion on this. And the conclusion my colleagues and I have come to is that life history strategy, particularly among the high K end, is branchy, and people with slow life histories are differentiated behaviorally. So, there might be some morphs which are group selected, and there are likely morphs which are highly individually selected, and it's likely you also get a mixture of both. But I suspect the ones, and this obviously is something that needs to be tested, my suspicion is that the ones who are undergoing the fertility boom at the moment are the ones who are probably highly individually selected. And these would be ones who are adapted to fitting into societal micro-niches and conforming to structures around them.
This is among the K-strategists you're talking about.
Yes, this would be among people with slow life histories. I don't think they're particularly group selected.
But what about the fact that religiousness predicts fertility?
Well, I don't know if the religiousness that people profess today is particularly group selected. I mean, have you heard any particularly fiery group selected Anglican sermons of late?
But they're nothing, they're dying out.
Yes, but they're the mainline religion in Britain. And then you have Protestants who are not much better, who are the mainline religion virtually everywhere else in the West. The less said about the Catholics, the better at this stage.
They're a mutated religion. But the ones that are breeding above replacement fertility, if you've got the Muslims, the Mormons.
You're talking... So, I thought we're talking about just Europeans. Right. If you extend this to between group comparisons, yes, I think you're looking at very strong selection for group selected traits among non-European people, especially non-European people who are sharing nations with European people.
But also, the Mormons are doing well, and the Amish, because they have preserved a pre-industrial lifestyle to some extent.
The Amish have very high rates of infant mortality. Do you know that?
Well, good. That means they're under purifying selection.
Over 20% infant mortality based on some estimates from the 70s.